Good evening, my fellow Americans and my fellow God-fearing people. My name's Hog Hammer, and this is the pilot episode of my new talk show, The American Patriot 1776. Today is September 11th. Let's always remember those who lost their lives on this tragic day 24 years ago. And yesterday was one of the darkest days in our history. Charlie Kirk was assassinated, Utah Valley University, while having a political debate on campus. So can we for a moment just please have a moment of silence in remembrance of Charlie Kirk? I am absolutely appalled and outraged at what took place yesterday. Whether you like Charlie Kirk or not, that man is a father that two young children just lost. In fact, his daughter was not far from the assassination, so she witnessed her own father die. I feel terrible for Charlie Kirk's children and his wife. And no matter what your political party or allegiance is, yesterday was just a disgusting, heinous act. And I'm not going to sugarcoat anything. I'm not going to hold nobody's hand. I'm about to go scorched earth. I'm sick and tired of the liberal heathens, godless heathens, and hellions. They are attacking us. They're trying to silence us. This is an act of war. They are hunting us. They are after us. They're after your families. I encourage everybody, if you are legally able to do so, go get a firearm. You need to protect you and your family, because this is just, I don't think this is it. I think it's going to progress into something much, much worse. Like, no matter what your political allegiance is, that man, first and foremost, that man was a father and a husband. And the fact that the left is sitting there celebrating and making fun of his death, it's just sickening. Sickening. That man was pro-life, and the left is pro-death, okay? They don't care about the genocide of abortion, millions of unborn babies murdered every year at the hands of so-called doctors. What a Hippocratic oath. Oh, doctors, they're there for the good, but yet they'll kill children, unborn children. And then not only that, hundreds of thousands of children go missing every year, and nothing is done about it, okay? This is getting out of hand, and the wrath of God will be brought down. Y'all can think that y'all can get away with this stuff. Trust me, God sees you, and you will answer for your crimes. Now, is for the assassin of Charlie Kirk, and for that sick, disgusting monster who murdered that poor Ukrainian girl on the train, I hope y'all get the death penalty. I really do. I hope a paralyzing agent runs through y'all's veins and sends y'all to the depths of the fiery hell where y'all belong. This is getting out of hand. I'm just disgusted. Absolutely disgusted. Innocent people are dying. This country was founded on the freedom of religion, and people are dying. Freedom of speech ain't free anymore. It just cost Charlie Kirk his life. Okay? Let that sink in. Just absolutely disturbing the things that are going on right now. And it's not just, the liberals. There's people that are, witches and godless heathens living for the occult. This country's in a bad spot right now. I love my country more than anything, but we got a lot of evil going on here, and there needs to be something done about it. Let the fear of ye and the dread of ye be upon every beast of the earth. For I shall walk through the valley of the shadow of death, and I fear no evil, because God shall smite my enemies and lay them waste by my side, left and right. I mean, the governor of Utah said it best. We have the death penalty in this state, and we will prosecute you to the furthest extent of the law. And that's exactly what they need to do. I'm all for the death penalty. One, I think they need to take it a step further and make an example of the shooter. I say we bring back public hangings. Bring back the guillotine. My blood is boiling. boiling. I'm so mad. So mad. And y'all are going to bring down the wrath of God. That's a guarantee. The liberals, they do whatever they want. You know, it's crazy that, you know, people are this evil and this bad. You know, it's sickening. It makes you sick to your stomach. Like, I still have hope. You know, I'll always have hope in God. And I'll always be a God-fearing man. And you know, just unreal what's going on. Yesterday in Congress, they were trying to have a moment of silence for Charlie Kirk after he was shot and killed. And you know what the Democrats did? They sat there and protested the moment of silence, yelling the word no. That is just disgusting. No, they only care about themselves. I mean, what can you do with these people, man? Like, absolutely disgusting and appalling. Absolutely. We are under attack. This is an act of war. Okay? This is bad. The first Civil War was the North versus the South. And I fear the next Civil War will be the conservatives versus the liberals. And I'm not hoping for another Civil War, but I'm telling you, this is an act of war. Like, the man's having a debate on campus, a peaceful debate. That's all he did was have peaceful debates. And he's, like I said, freedom of speech ain't free anymore. Cost him his life. And, you know, something needs to be done about this. Something needs to be done. And not just him. Like I said, the disgusting, sick monster who murdered that poor Ukrainian girl. She was here just trying to get away from the war, refugee, and she's murdered on the bus. She was minding her business on her phone. Just disgusting. Hang him from a tree. I am so disturbed and so angry about all these things. And then not only those two events, we got, you know, schools being shot up by a transgender. Man, it's getting out of hand. Everything's getting out of hand. God be with us. We need God now more than ever. You know. Boy, I'm just so boiling mad. I can't. You will pay for what y'all have done, your crimes against humanity. You will pay. God will bring down the wrath, and God will bring down swift justice, and the hammer will hit you on the head. You best believe that. God's coming for y'all, you devil worshippers, and you Satanists, and the witches, and those living for the occult and living for themselves, selfish people, disgusting people. Y'all ought to be ashamed of yourselves. You're not even American. You're evil, and you belong in the depths of hell. And trust me, the way y'all are going, y'all will be there. Me and all these other God-fearing people, we're tired of it. And we will see justice. Best believe that. Again, my name is Hog Hammer, and this is the American Patriot 1776. Thank y'all for tuning in.